So I recently picked up a Kindle Lot from Goodwill, and one of the Kindles that ended up being in the lot was the Kindle DX from 2009. Now this is a gigantic e-reader that was there in place to compete with the iPad in terms of reading devices. Obviously it was not meant to be a tablet, but in terms of size they went for something that was large so people can go ahead and do their reading on something this big. Normally I'm used to reading on Kindles that are much smaller, like the Kindle 3rd generation, which you guys know is my favorite. But I was very intrigued when I saw this one. Unfortunately, as you can see, it says empty battery. So I put it to charge for over 24 hours, nothing was happening. I said, alright, let's go ahead and open it up and check it out. Unfortunately, it had a very spicy battery, so the battery was imploding inside, so I immediately removed the battery from the Kindle and got rid of it so that it would not cause any damage to the device itself. Who knows how long it had been like that, but now I have this Kindle DX with no battery, and I was actually thinking about using this thing for reading some books because I actually kind of like the size of this thing. It's a little ridiculous, but at the same time, really cool. So I went online looking for different battery options, and Amazon and eBay have their options, but it's always very sketchy when you get batteries from those sites, mainly because they're just batteries that have sat in warehouses for a long time, and when you end up buying the battery, it's just not working out. So I went to New Power 99, that was the site that I found the battery for the Kindle DX. They make a lot of batteries for other Kindles as well. This is not sponsored, but that's where I went to go ahead and get my battery. Now, when I initially got this Kindle Lot, I spent only $21 on it, so this Kindle, out of the ones that I got, maybe cost me around $4 or $5, since all the other ones were included as well. So I didn't feel that bad spending an additional $30 to get a new battery for it. So that battery arrived. We're gonna go ahead and install the battery, and we're gonna see if this thing works, because I really do want to use it. So if you want to watch the video on how I install the battery, I'm going to go ahead and start it right here. You can skip to the end just to see if it works as well. It's up to you, but let's go ahead and install a new battery in this sucker. Alright guys, so here we are with the Kindle DX on my desk, and it's very easy to actually remove the back cover, as I've had to do it already to get rid of the old battery. Here is the kit that I bought, and I love that it comes with everything you need if you didn't already have some of this stuff. So let's go ahead and take it out. Like I said, this process is fairly easy and it gets done very quickly if you kind of, know what you're doing. But even if you don't, I find it very easy to replace these batteries. Sometimes people get a little worried about moving stuff around inside their devices, but honestly, it's pretty straightforward. It is very much a plug and play kind of thing. So here is the battery. Looks very much like the Kindle one. So we're gonna put it off to the side here for now. And pretty much what we just need to do is we need to pry open the Kindle DX, starting off by prying off this top part here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And as you can see, you just get your little pry tool in there, and then you just immediately start trying to pry it open. Now, it may fight you a couple times, but once you get it, it's pretty easy. And then it just comes out like so. And that's it. That's the top part. Next, there are two screws you need to worry about right here and right here on the ends. So those two you need to worry about, and the great thing is that they already come with a little screwdriver kit. So I need to remove this little rubber piece. Now if I sound like I'm tired, forgive me. I probably just woke up about 30 minutes ago. But I wanted to get this video out and ready to go because I do have some things I have to do today before I go to work. Okay, so once those are done like this, you're then going to want to pry this part and slide it down, which it might already do it because I've been doing it. Nope. Okay. So then you'll use your pry tool here, pretty much just to kind of wedge it like that, and there you go, and it just comes right out. And that's the back. And here we go. Here are the internals. Now, as you can see, there is a battery in there, and that's because I had a viewer tell me that the battery for the Kindle 2nd generation would fit this one. So I had pulled out the battery from this busted Kindle 2nd generation and put it in here just to test it out, and unfortunately it didn't work. So I just left it in there for now because I knew the new one was going to be coming anyways. So all we have to do is just remove these two screws here, which again, pretty straightforward. They already give you the tool that you need for it. And then we'll just put those off to the side like so. And then the battery should just come right out, he says, as he struggles to take it out. There we go. It should come right out. There we go. Okay. So that's the battery. This one also, I mean, this was the original Kindle 2nd generation battery, so I'm sure it is toast. It's not popping or anything, but I'm sure it's just an old battery. So there we go. We get our new battery. We make sure the contacts are good. So then we go ahead and insert it like so. And then pop it down. Make sure it snaps into place. All right, and then we just put the screws back in. See, normally I like to listen to music or watch some videos when I do this kind of stuff, but since I'm doing a video of it, I'm gonna keep nice and quiet and just talk to you guys like I'm Bob Ross or something, painting something. All right, so that's nice and secure. That's good to go. So then we just put the plate back on, and then hope that this battery is good. So then you just slide it back on, and you're gonna have to give it some pressure so it can actually get all the way back in there. Otherwise it's gonna stick out a little bit. Oh, look, it's already starting up. There we go. Look, it already kicked on right away. I wonder if they charged it. Okay, so then we're just going to screw back in the little screws here. So that's nice that it kind of immediately turned on. We'll put this little rubber thing back in there. And then we're gonna go ahead and slide this part back on. Should just snap in. Like so. Secured. And there you have it. There's your Kindle. Has battery at the top here. Yeah. And that's it, guys. It is working. It is running. Good to go. I got my books already on here because, like I said, I had initially tested it with that other battery, so I was able to load stuff on, but it immediately died as soon as I tried to do anything with it. So it only worked while it was plugged in. So yeah, this is the Kindle DX with a new battery. I'm hoping the battery is going to last. This is a great device because it does have the voice or the text-to-voice feature on it, which newer Kindles do not have. So if I turn on text-to-speech,
when he was nearly 13, my brother Jim got his arm badly broken.
There you go.
At the elbow. When it healed, and Jim's fears of never being able
you can change it to a female voice, slower rate, all that stuff. That's really cool. So yeah, that's the Kindle DX. New battery installed. And if you guys do use these older Kindles, I recommend buying these little adapters for micro USB, because then you just get your USB-C cable like so, and then you can just connect it to the little adapter, and then that's good to go for the Kindles. So you can go ahead and charge them or connect them to the computer. So I highly recommend these if you don't want to worry about having a whole micro USB cable anymore. These little adapters are nice on Amazon. I'll make sure to drop a link down below for them. And I'll make sure to drop down a link for the battery as well from New Power 99. Like I said, not sponsored. Unless they want to sponsor me and send me some other batteries for my other Kindles, that'd be awesome. But yeah, that's the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Pretty straightforward, you know, not that hard. Very, very easy. Didn't take that much time. As long as you're okay with prying stuff open. There's no kind of soldering. Nothing needs to be done. Aside from just 4 screws total that need to be popped out. So that's the old battery from the old Kindle. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe down below. I will catch you guys in the next one. But woo! I got a Kindle DX for like $5 with $30 for a battery. Still not a bad deal. Take it easy, guys.